Good morning, good morning, good morning. I had an epiphany. You know, this is getting thicker and thicker and harder and harder. And I saw somebody, and I struggle with getting it all right and getting it all not. I struggle to talk sometimes too. But it just is like, why am I not doing? I don't know. I might. Never mind. I was going to tell you something, but I don't think it's an epiphany as much as I thought it was an epiphany because I've already been doing it a little bit. I don't know. Anyhow, all right, here we go. This is where we are. William Morris. And Kurtie, I think it was you that said to put some Shakespeare quotes here. So I have a couple. And these blank spots, I have a couple. Oh, they're not going to cover the whole thing. Tomorrow's another day, Scarlett. All right, so now we got our tree, our neighbor's tree, taken care of. Of course, he lives in Charleston. Like an hour after he said he was coming up here, our neighbor's tree fell in our yard yesterday, across our driveway, took out his power, not ours. My neighbor is turning around. Oh, I think he's moving his boat trailer. Anyhow, sorry. Squirrel. Anyhow, the tree fell across, it was a rotten tree, and there must have been enough wind. It was an oak tree, but anyhow, it broke off about 7 or 8 feet high, and all of the rest of the tree came over our driveway. Stretched our power lines. Did not take ours down, but took his out. And removed all the power boxes and everything off the side of the house. So that has to be fixed. But the power company came, and they were there probably around 10. They came like within 2 hours. And they wound up the power lines that go to next door, because the telephone pole is at the top of our driveway. And because we all have like pie-shaped lots, and our driveways are all like boom, boom, boom. These 3 houses here, four or 5 houses, they're like, the driveway is like boom, 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 boom. But everybody's lot goes out like this. And so the power lines were all up at the top where everything's kind of really close together. Anyhow, all the power lines for next door are wound up and hanging off the power pole in our yard. Just like clipped to it. I think he is moving his trailer. Anyhow, so the power company comes and rolls all those lines up, makes sure they're not live anymore. And then there's a bunch of, we think, old cable lines and old internet lines that were just always under all the ivy and stuff, because there's a lot of ivy and hydrangeas and everything at the top of our driveway. And you never saw them. Well, there's like 2 or 3 of those. Those are just lying there. I guess you have to call the cable company to come get those when they disconnected everything and made everything satellite, or however that works now. Wi-Fi. Technology. Yuck. They're all just lying there. And then I'm like, okay, the power guy left. What about the tree across our driveway? And Ken's like, well, we had to call a tree man to come get that. I'm like, the power guy did take the tree away? And he's like, no. I'm like, what if we had cancer or something? I'm just thinking back to when my mom and dad had to have an emergency exit, always, in the last year of their lives. And I'm like, what if we had cancer and one of us had to get out of the driveway? He goes, oh, well. I'm like, really? And I never have come across this, which actually it does sort of make sense, because when going through Hurricane Hugo, we were living with my in-laws. Just happened to be because we had just left Florida, literally like the week before. And my husband at that time, that husband had a job at the hospital, and we just moved in with them, and we're, going to start looking for a house. And we ended up staying with them a lot longer because they had a lot of damage from Hurricane Hugo, and we ended up staying with them for like 6 months or so, which was great because I could help. I didn't have a job. My husband had a job, but I didn't have a job yet. And I got a job. But anyhow, we helped with debris and construction workers and everything like that. I was the one that kind of let people in at times because we had beams in the roof destroyed and blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, what was I talking about? So anyhow, we have a tree guy because we've had a couple trees taken in and out over the years. My husband called him and goes, I got a tree across my driveway from a storm last night, which wasn't even hardly a storm. And he's like, you got any guys available? And he goes, yep, sure do. And he lives up here in our area. And so he sent them, they came with a tractor and a dump truck. And they cut the tree apart, put the pieces in the dump truck. But we lost 6 oak leaf hydrangeas. The 4 o'clocks are all destroyed in one section. Those come back like weeds, like they'll come back. And they always die off this time of year anyhow. But that's oak leaf hydrangeas are all down to like stumps. I was like, oh no. I was like, well, I guess we don't have to worry about the deer eating those. So, yeah. But at least it wasn't the house or something like that. So that's good. We are 6 minutes in. Should I try doing something here? Yes. All right. I think I'm going to put this up here, but I'm going to look for some flour washi tape. Do I have flour washi tape? And I took a bunch of medicine yesterday. And I feel I'm not coughing nearly as much. Not 100%, but I don't feel as bad. I'm going to use this passport tape because it's all about travel. And this was all about travel. Yep, I already got my Hobonichis. I did order them through Amazon. I didn't want anything, I could have ordered them through Good Postage. And I know I probably should have, but Amazon's going to kill the small business in the United States, around the world. And I'm not even going to talk about what happened in Georgia yesterday morning. Just tragic. Tragic. That's all I'm going to say. Tragic. In so many ways. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got a tip in. We have this, and I wrote a little bit more. Oh, I have a couple things I need to put in here first. Okay, hold on. Some kind of big fonts here, Beth. Here's some Shakespeare quotes. What's in a name? A rose by any name would smell as sweet. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. I was trying to find short ones. Apparently I could have used longer ones. Okay. And I just put the location for this felting class really puts you in the art mood. In an old brewery, which provides lots of classroom space and sales floor space. Lots of art for sale by English artists. Nothing earth-shattering. Oh, great pencil drawing in our local fish and chip spot. So that can go there. And then wet felting is tedious. Lots of agitation required. I don't think I ever got the hang of the thickness needed, considering you can see through mine. All right, and that can go here. That's good. And I'm not going to even back it with other colors because there's so much going on in the paper that's already here. So I'm good with all that. Although I just saw this. Let's make art. I think this came from the art store that's in Hamilton, Missouri. I make art. Should I put something like that here? That was high. I could cut this up. I might. Because these were our art. Our art. And the quilt section. The quilt section and our art section of our trip. And the rest was tourism. Which was fine. Doesn't fit. That one doesn't have Missouri straw on the back of it. But I think I did get these. Say hello to my little friend. I think these all came from Missouri. It's a good day to make some art. I like that one better, actually. But again, that one doesn't fit. Maybe I can put it here. Oh, he didn't get his truck stuck. There it goes. Okay. What is he doing? He knows what he's doing. He's an ex-trucker and an ex-military guy. My husband called him yesterday morning really early. Have you seen our yard? They go out to lunch all the time. And I'm like, Ken, it's so early. He goes, he's military. He gets up early. Like, he retired from the military. He may not want to get up that early anymore. Okay, I think I'm going to put this here and move this. If I can get it. Don't do as I do. Then I'll put this down a farther. Okay, then I can use this. Okay. These are nice vinyl stickers. Probably for your sewing machine. Me, I'm going to put them in my art journal right next to Jenny. That's where I got it. Yes, she would approve. I wonder, she might be on her, she might be in Africa. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to put this down yet. Okay, so I have this page, this page, this page, and there's nothing written in stone that says I can't go over here. So we're going to take this out for just a minute. All right, how much stuff do I have here? A lot. Oh man, yeah, I've got a lot of pictures. And I wrote, was excited to see this property, but was not expecting to like it as much as I did. Morris was a journaler, constantly picking up what was around him and using it for pattern. It didn't matter if he was in the country, London, or Iceland. And he was, well, I didn't put and, but I'm saying and. He was so forward thinking. Go William Morris. He was way ahead of his time. He was liberal before liberal was cool. Although, it's not cool in the United States. Should be cooler, but it's not. All right, so now, how am I going to do this? I think it's going to require 2 pages. I think I'm just going to put a piece of pattern paper here, and I can use this card. I'm okay if I use it rather than keep it. It is wider. Could I use it as a tip-in? I might do that, actually. Okay. That gives me a little bit more space, and it already is printed over the seam. This pattern was called the Strawberry Thief. Am I ever in picture? I don't know. I'm so sorry. My camera is... Okay. We're just not going to talk about it. All right. I'm just going to take this down and we'll put stuff over it. What am I doing? Double-sided tape. Oh, the still's going to be too thick. So I'm going to have to cut it a little bit. Right there. I swear, I think Ken's mom had a stool that had this in a fabric on it. And that's a big enough piece I can put someplace else. And it's still not wide enough. This is going to make it thicker, but my journal thicker. But that's okay. Okay, now. I think I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to put something on top. I can use this over here, perhaps. Oh, I like that together like that. When you open it, you see these two. So I did take a lot of medicine yesterday, but I feel better. I'm not coughing nearly as bad. Nearly. I did my Vicks treatment. But I didn't sleep good. But that could be all the medicine. Okay, make sure my birds are upside right. All right, I like that. But we've got a lot of stuff going on here. And I could put this over here. Then maybe these back to back. They're all landscapes. Layout. All right, I'm liking that. Oh, I like this one too. I think I got one of these for my sister and I never ended up sending it to her. I might put this in as another tip in. Okay, I'm going to. And it sticks out just a tad, and that's fine. I think I'm going to use this Village tape. William Morris was really just a complete surprise for me. I mean, I had obviously heard of him, but I really didn't know as much as I didn't know anything about him. I didn't realize he was that old. I mean, I should have. I don't know. It's just not a thing that interests me. Tapestries, which you think it would. because I love anything fabric, but it really never interested me. I need some more, actually. But just because of who he was and what all he did, that was fascinating. He was quite forward-thinking and did a lot of... He would have an Instagram account. Just let's say that. He would have an Instagram account if he was still around. He was quite forward-thinking. All right, I think I'm going to put all of these in here, right here. And then I can decorate with this maybe a little bit. This is probably going to go on the back of that. And I'm going to send this one to my sister because I really don't like it. Don't tell her I sent her the one I don't like. Oh, it's perfect for her. March hairs. Her birthday's in March. Okay. This goes in the to be mailed stack. Okay. We're coming. We're getting there. We're getting there. This requires a lot of Tetris in these things. I'm going to do the same thing I did with my linen bag here. I'm just going to... Oh, no. Oh, it's the same. I might have it twice. Okay. Oh, Lordy. I did not cut straight. All right. This is very thin, so I'm just going to glue it. Ooh, do I have Halloween plans? I'm just playing. I'm not writing anything down. I'm just kind of prepping my brain. I'm prepping my brain for Halloween. Because I wrote out a bunch of layouts that I could do on here. Haven't done a single one, I don't think. That's okay. That's okay. This is me. I'm not them. One day I'll realize that. Okay, so now this goes like that and that. These are going to go here, back to back. I wish I could do those waterfall things, but I can't make a waterfall. And I'm just going to do this like that. Actually, oops, this one's upside down. I want his journal visible here. So I think I'm going to do these like this. Okay, can you see? Sort of. Okay, and then we have a little bit of stuff over here to deal with. All right, let's make some hinges. And I have to be careful because this page needs to be glued down to this page. Because I took these things apart. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now these are all too tall. Yeah, I guess the deer won't have anything to eat in our yard for a little bit. They hide in it at 4 o'clock. So they take naps. But the whole middle section of that row, 4 o'clock, is all wiped out. The tree came apart in 3 pieces. It was weird. And I don't, maybe there was some lightning. I don't think there was. But it was rotten in the middle. It looked fine from the outside, but it was rotten. My husband, our neighbor asked us, is there anything you need? And he's like, no, but how's this Amazon guy going to get down the driveway for Beth? And I was like, very funny. 20 minutes later, we got an Amazon package. And guess who it was for? Him. And guess what was in it? Dog treats. So there. You and your precious dog. I was watching this decorating show, and I love watching decorating shows. And this one show puts on YouTube, and this one show puts out a video like every day anymore. But they're like 20 minutes. They don't run on and on like mine do. And this lady lived in upstate New York. They were showing her house, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, these two little dogs run in the picture. I'm like, uh-oh. They were very well groomed. Like, I recognize that breed. But you have to be you're careful, because sometimes I see a dog that looks like Gunner, and I'm like, is that a Havanese? And they're like, no, it's a Shih Tzu. Which the Shih Tzu's faces are much squishier than Gunner's. Gunner's has a pointy nose, and theirs are all flat. But he has a pointier face than a Shih Tzu. But anyhow, this dogs were so cute. She goes, oh, they go everywhere I go. I'm like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. I took some pictures of the hydrangeas up at the top of the hill, or the lack of hydrangeas. And I was like, Gunner, you want to come with me? Nope. Daddy's not going. I'm not going. Yesterday, we started out to walk, and then we saw what was going on. But one of our neighbors was walking. She goes, oh my, what happened? I'm like, we don't know. We just woke up and found it. She said, you didn't hear it? I'm like, our driveway is kind of long. And it was at the top of it. We're on the bottom of the hill. Like, we did not hear it. Okay, it goes like that. Ken thought he was funny, saying, oh no, how's the Amazon truck not going to get here? Like, yeah, you and your dog. It's cool this morning, though. They say we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. We need rain. A lot of rain. These hinges take a while. And I'm using double-sided tape just because it's 2 layers of pictures. The double-sided tape is stronger than a glue stick, even a good glue stick. I see a lot of people using Pitt glue sticks now. I'm wondering, I mean, I need a glue stick. I have never had any problems with Yoo-Hoo. Not sponsored, just me. And I mean, where we live is very, 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 very humid. Okay, now do I have tape on any of these? Nope. All right, I want this on the back. So this one needs to go like this. This one goes like this. But, no, this one's going to go like this. I want William Morris paper on here first. Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter which one. You could just pick any one of them. Whew, they're so pretty. Is that the same one? No, it's a little different. I love this one. Ooh, I like that one too. And these are still popular. Oh, that's a pretty color blue. Not blue, not... It's just a really pretty color. That's different than what we've used. I think I want a contrasting color. I guess I do. Oh, my stomach's growling. Hope you can't hear that. I already had hydrangeas. Oatmeal for breakfast. All right. I'm going to tear this right down the middle. Okay. I would like a blouse made out of this. That is so pretty. Okay, we're just going to glue this and then trim. Oh, it's double-sided. And then trim it. I laid it down straight the very first time. Whew. Oh, look at that. William Morris, William Morris, William Morris. Gee, you would think this is a spread about William Morris. Now, it's kind of warped a little bit. 'Cause that bag is so thin. Somewhere in here I have a credit card. Might be too late. Okay, I'm going to glue this down here first before I forget. My blurb on William Morris. And this is still the same one I wrote for my Hobonichi. 150 designs in stained glass, 600 designs in wallpaper, manuscripts, typefaces, politics, poetry. He did it all. Now, okay, here's all my pictures. I have this one, and this one, and this one. Do it like that. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay. (1834 to 1896). Can you imagine traveling to Iceland in that time? No. I mean, it said it took them 3 days to get there from England. It could have, because he would have had to have taken a boat. I don't know. Is Iceland before Greenland? Coming from that direction? Geometry. Excuse me. Geography. Even though I love it sometimes. Sometimes the brain just doesn't work. And you see this sign that says the Plow Inn? That was a pub that was right on this back country road that we had to walk past to get to the parking lot where we met the bus. All right, so now I've got this. I've got this. So I've got space here. I want to try to put this in somehow. My stomach's growling. I think I'm just going to cut out this part and put it right here. Or maybe, I know what I'll do. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm not necessarily interested in all the blurb about it, but I'm going to cut this out. That's the layout of the property, and I'm going to fold it in a different direction. Fold it differently so that it fits. Kind of like that. And that's not going to fit. Best laid plans of mice and men. Is that a Shakespeare quote? Don't think so. I could put it right here, actually. And put stuff there. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'll do that. All right, I'm going to, since it's going on this card, I'm going to tape it instead of glue it. All right, so this was a manor house. We had a manor house, we had a palace, and we had a castle. Quite the examples of English country life. Spliced with a southern accent. Okay. I just thought about that. A manor, a palace, and a castle. I was already thinking palace and castle because we joked already in the comments. Oh, I think the difference is air conditioning. Oh, we didn't have air conditioning. The first 2 nights we didn't need it, but yes, we did. And we didn't have it. And they brought us all fans because they know Americans complain about not having air conditioning. And it was warm, even for us. Not humid, but warm. And, and then in the hotel where we stayed for like 5 nights, no air conditioning. Now I can cut this out and put it here. But we had the windows, so you could open your windows. But my husband, being from the country, opened the door that went into the hallway and the door that went out onto our little deck area. Was trying to get a breeze. I'm like, Ken, we're in England. We're not in the country of South Carolina. Can we act like we know what we're doing and we're semi-civilized? One time I came back from the felting class. I came back. He was gone. The door was standing wide open to try to get a breeze. I was like, God almighty. Passports, everything. That's my saying, God almighty. That's how he says it too. God almighty. G-O-T. God almighty. Okay. I think we did quite a bit today. Oh dear. Who's sticking over their allowed space? Somebody is not cooperating. Deconstruct for a minute here. All right. That seam is not in the right place. That seam should be closer to here. No? Okay, why doesn't it work that way? Oh, this needs to go over this. This goes, oh dear, no, that can't work either. Is this a good place to stop? Perhaps. Yes, it is. Oh, good Lord, 39 minutes. Well, we are in a conundrum, so we're going to stop here. Hopefully my camera was somewhat set up so you could see. Somewhat. Anyhow, we'll be back to solve tomorrow's conundrum. Today's conundrum tomorrow. Yikes, yikes. William Morris, what would you do? He would say, I'd pay attention to what you're doing, lady. Thanks for watching. Bye.